Scurvy Threads, and the tagline is, "It's about to get nitty-gritty." My film takes place on the open ocean on a pirate ship. And this pirate ship isn't just like any other pirate ship. It's like the deadliest of all the pirate ships, like, to sail the seas. And like, you know, just like everybody fears this ship of this like crew of just like bloodthirsty, the toughest pirates that like, you know, ever sailed. And so the first scene of the film, it's going to be just like on the top of the deck of the ship. And it's just going to introduce the crew, and the camera will just kind of like go across the ship and show different pirates doing different things, and just to show how like manly and tough they are. Like maybe we could have some of the pirates are like taking turns like slugging each other, and like some of them are like eating like habanero chili peppers, like blowing fire. And maybe like one idea I had was one guy could be like bench pressing a cannon, and then like zooms out a little bit, and then like there's a bigger guy that's bench pressing that guy. And like just like, you know, just a few things to just kind of show like what this crew's all about. I did a few drawings maybe like what they're just like super like tough. You know, you don't want to mess around with these guys. Like they got huge swords, huge hair. Just a few sketches I did. Here's another one of like maybe we got like a half shark, half man with a sword in his head. You know? And then, okay, so then when we kind of establish that scene on the deck, you like kind of understand who they are, and then we'll go to our main character, whose name is Off-White Dakins. And he looks just like the other guys. Like he's really big, rough around the edges. He's got this hook. And like he's with the other guys, and then people kind of start like breaking off to do their like ship duties or whatever, like scrubbing the deck or whatever. And he starts climbing up to the crow's nest because he's the lookout of the ship. So he's like, you know, he's like climbing up the ladder, and he's like, ah! And they're all like, ah! And then he like keeps climbing up. He's like, yeah, pirates, being a pirate's awesome. And he like gets up to the top, and then we find out a little bit more about our pirates. And that he has a secret that he hides from the rest of the crew, and this is his secret. Let's see if it shows up. He secretly likes to knit. And he doesn't just do any knitting. He knits really cute things, like sweaters and stuff, and like baby seals and kitties and puppies and like things that are just really cute. And so like he gets this like big old like rusty nail from the ship in his hook, and just like goes to town and knits. And so he knits for a few reasons. One is because he can get away from being a pirate for a little bit, kind of like a little bit of fresh air, you know, be in touch with the soft side. And that's another character. That probably not gonna use that character, but the other reason, he has this little portrait of his daughter, his baby girl, and he knits. A big reason he knits is to remember her, and because it reminds him of her, and because she's off at home somewhere, who knows where. And he knits these sweaters and stuff also that when he gets back, he can give him all the things that he made to her as a gift. So like he'll knit things that he'll like hide them in barrels and stuff so that no one knows, because obviously if the crew caught him, he'd be in huge trouble. So what ends up happening is he's knitting one day, and he's got a few of his things out, and then there's like a gust of wind, and like the wind carries off a few like the sweaters, and like they land on the deck, and some guy just like, and he's like sees it, and he's like, huh? Like what the heck? And then they're all like, what the heck? And he's like looking down like, oh no, you know? And so what ends up happening is he's exposed to the entire crew, and they're just like so mad that they can't believe it. Like, this guy's probably been bringing bad luck to our ship this whole time, and like this guy's he can't be on our ship. Like this guy is way out of place. So we go to the next scene, which is the climax, and they're all on the ship, and the crew is like on the edge of the ship, and like there's like dark clouds, and it's starting to get a little stormy, really dramatic lighting, and you're like, oh no, like what's gonna happen to our pirate? And we see that he's like walking the plank, you know, and they're all out there, and they're all like, you know, and he's like starts walking like towards the edge of the plank, and he like looks down, and there's like all these sharks like circling around, you know, like ready for his blood. And he's like, oh man, it's over, you know. And he looks back, and he sees the rest of the crew, and they're like get off the ship, you know. And they have all the things that he knitted, like all the sweaters and stuff. And like as they wind up to throw it off the ship, there's a lightning hits the sails, and the sails catch on fire, and like totally obliterated. And then the guys are like, and they're like, they look down at all the things they're about to throw off, and then they like look back up, and then they like look at our pirate, and he's got like his big nail and like his hook, and he's like, you know, whatever. And then the next scene, to resolve everything, the whole crew ends up working together to like knit a giant sail out of all the things, all the little baby sweaters and stuff we made. So like this, and then all the pirates are like, oh, like this is weird, but then they all end up loving it. And then maybe like the captain will be like, yeah, this is cool, and everyone's like, yeah, it's awesome. And then so they make the sail, and they like hoist up the sails, like, you know, and it's just like this ridiculous multicolored sail with puppies and kitties and things all over it. And then they sail off into the distance, ready to port it.